a school teacher at Chickasaw Middle High School here in Chickasaw, Alabama, close to Mobile. And I am also the president of Skilled and Knowledgeable Youth, or what we call SKY. Well, SKY is an advocate for STEM education and skilled trades education. Those are two big career fields out there that need a lot of support. There's been a lot of buzz talked about with STEM education in the past many years. Skilled trades education, we also see there's a great opportunity for improvement, advancement, career readiness. And a lot of times it's, those are unsung heroes, the kids that's coming through those programs. That's just not advertised as widely right now. But students can go through skilled trades education, and right out of high school with maybe a couple years trade school or something like that, they can come right out of high school making a very lucrative career, making a great living. And skilled trades is something that is extremely valued and needed right now. So that's something that SKY sponsors and helps kind of champion. If I scoot back, we can see this a little bit, where my students are 3D printing prosthetic legs. And what these legs are able to do is a very affordable leg. Most prosthetics on the market today, probably $30,000 to $60,000. But when you start looking at Latin America, when you start looking at developing countries, we find out that 80% of all amputees live in developing countries. And I tell my kids, that's the majority. Okay, 80%, that's a large number. And they said, these people are lucky to make $5 a day. They can't afford a $30,000 leg. They can't even afford a $3,000 or $4,000 leg. So I've challenged my students, SKY students, about 11 years ago, this project has started, to let's make a leg. Let's try to invent an inexpensive leg that could be given to people in developing countries. And to my amazement, they went out to the lab. They were building their utility vehicles at the time. They found some motor mounts, and they said, what if we make the knee and ankle joint out of the motor mount? And that was the birth of the first leg. The first leg, everything was very crudely built. It was found, all the parts were found on our utility vehicle. And over the years, we have taken that crudely built used car part leg, and we have turned it into a very sleek, inexpensive leg to 3D print. The prosthetic leg that my students are making, my students actually call themselves LifeChanger Manufacturing. They're also known as Team LifeChanger, and they make they're 3D printing a leg called LifeChanger. Simple name, but this is named after the National Life Group's LifeChanger of the Year program. This was something that I came to be recognized as LifeChanger of the Year several years ago. And I couldn't think of a better name for this leg than LifeChanger. And so that's what our students are doing. They're learning how to be life changers. They're changing their lives as they're changing other people's lives, because it changes my students' lives when they learn how to give of their time and talent to help others around the world, help people in need. And to me, that's when it's true education takes place, is when students learn how to be productive citizens and give back to community, maybe not even the community they live in, but how to give of their time and talent to help others. Just about 3 years ago, we were building some shipping containers. We're converting shipping containers into skills trades classrooms. My students were building a 4-booth welding lab. We had 3 other schools partner with us on this project. One school was Bibb County Career Academy. They were making a small engine repair shop. Eufaula City Schools was doing a woodworking, and then Satsuma High School did a computer lab. And we were able to take all 4 of these container classrooms down to Balfate, Honduras. We really didn't understand the true impact until one day on this project. I got a call from the mayor of Balfate, and he says, "Hey, can you meet me in Tegucigalpa on Wednesday?" I'm like, "Man, I'm a school teacher." And I said, "I'll be there." So I got the funding and I got the ticket. I went down to Balfate, Honduras, or actually I went down to Tegucigalpa, the capital. And all of a sudden I was met by the name of Danny, met by a gentleman here. And Danny said, brought me out into the lobby, and all of a sudden there's a TV camera on me. And I'm like, what is this? I don't speak Spanish. I didn't know what was going on. And he explained to the reporter a simple story. He said, many of our kids here in Latin America, they grow up in poverty. They live out in the rural countryside in houses that's made out of mud. And he says, when the kids get to be upper elementary age, they have a dream of a better life. We're here in the United States, we'll call them dreamers. So they will leave their community. They will just start walking in search of a large city. And this large city could be in their country, or it could be in another country and illegally cross borders. But they end up in large cities, but they have no skills to offer employers. So oftentimes these kids are faced with a life of crime just for survival. And he said the container classrooms that the students they're in through Sky is providing the kids not only opportunity, but is providing them hope. And so they were very thankful for that. And then they whisked me away to a secure location. And it wasn't the Minister of Education that wanted to meet with me. It was actually the Vice President of Honduras, Maria Antonia Rivera Rosales. And matter of fact, when we came and delivered the containers, the Vice President actually flew out to meet with the entire group of kids that did these projects, did these containers, to thank them. In 2012, I took a group of students to Honduras, and on this trip, they actually fit 14 amputees with prosthetic legs that they made in class. And I remember I was working with students on another part of the field, other part of the campus, or whatever you want to say, where we were at. And all of a sudden, I hear one of my students come just excitingly, just shouting, "It's a miracle! It's a miracle!" And he came up to me, and he was just overfilled with excitement and just pure joy, because he saw a person walk on a leg that he built. And he saw a miracle happen that day, and he was just excited about it. And to me, that is the true impact of education, when students make that connection. It's something I can't teach in the classroom, but when students make that connection, I mean, learning just will explode in their lives. Well, the most urgent need right now that Sky has is we are raising the funds to produce our prosthetic legs. It costs us about $400 for a leg. So a $25 contribution or a nomination, just think, for every, 16 nominations, we can fit an amputee with a life-changing prosthetic leg. And that's what I'm asking for. I'm asking for nominations. That way students can change lives around the world and be life changers.